What is up, guys? Half Dragon, Half Wolf here, and I just got finished watching My Hero Academia Season 7, Episode 1. And in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys a breakdown slash recap slash review kind of what I've gotten from the episode. I'm not going to be going in order. I might go in order, I don't know, but really I'm just going to give you guys my thoughts on the episode. It's not going to really be a play-by-play, though, but then again, we'll see. So in the beginning of this episode, we see Midoriya. You can obviously see that it takes place right after the last season. So now he's back at the school with all of his classmates. You see him in the dorm room. You kind of see everybody there. We see my boy Bakugo there. I'm happy to see him. So that was very interesting for me, just to see everybody kind of still welcome him back, and obviously Midoriya is still fighting some negative thoughts there as well. So I do want to point out and say that one of the things that stood out to me first and foremost is the intro. Now, intros matter to me a lot. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Having said that, the song of choice for this particular season isn't my favorite, but the scenes in this is amazing. That one scene, like we said, where we saw Midoriya and Shigaraki kind of about to clash with each other was amazing. The part where he slapped hands with I forgot the girl's name, but the girl that he likes was awesome as well. So overall, it's a good intro, but not the best of the best. But that is one thing that stood out to me. I'm always going to give my point of view on intros. That's an anime or anything. I love intros. So now we get to the part where we're watching TV, and these characters we haven't seen before, but they're watching the news and they're seeing that the villains in Tokyo are at an all-time high. So we still in dark times again. That particular raid that they did in season 6 didn't work, obviously, and it's bad to the point where the villains actually got on the news, and who knows what they did to that reporter. So this particular scene kind of made me think about how this whole time it was focused on Tokyo, and I kind of forgot that. I was thinking about this how the world was, this condition, but it really is specific to Tokyo. Tokyo is in a dark time. But there is hope, obviously, that's about to come up in this episode, and we're about to get to that in a second. So they start talking about how, in this particular news report, that Shigaraki and All For One are the leaders in this particular group. So nobody is ignorant to the fact that these guys are the leaders. So that's pretty much what I got from that one. I do think that All For One per se is still considered the leader amongst the world, or yeah, I would think that he's still the leader amongst Tokyo. I think Shigaraki is still looked at as a secondary leader, but who knows? In this season, we might see something different from that. But that is something I still get a vibe of. So now we're starting to get a little bit into the people who's watching this particular news, and we see that they're from the United States of America. Now we see this particular individual whose name is Star. Now, right from the get-go, when I saw her, I thought to myself, this person clearly is somebody of All Might's disciple or something. And lo and behold, she mentioned All Might, and yeah, my wheels start turning immediately of what this chick can do, where has she been at this whole time, etc., etc. So I was excited to see kind of what we can get from her as well, and importantly, what her quirk was. So then we get to the scene where All For One is, and All For One is talking to Stinger, I believe his name was. Again, I'm just putting these things off the top of my head, but I believe his name was Spinner. His name was Spinner, actually. And this really puts Spinner in a different light for me, because I didn't know Spinner was working this closely with All For One, but it seems like they were really close in ties with each other, and Spinner is also building his own kind of following in harmony with All For One. So he's kind of walking in the footsteps of the man he looked up to, which is Stain. So that was a little bit interesting as well. I'm thinking they're going to use him a little bit more in this season and kind of highlight him in terms of being a potential leader in this goal they're trying to accomplish. So they're really pointing out how the world is also kind of conquered over villains as well, All For One, and how he kind of has them in his pocket. I don't know why he wouldn't have been used that card by now, but it looks like he's about to use that in this season, so we're going to look forward to that as well. That's one of the things that kind of stood out to me as well. So now we're getting right into the action here, and this is where I kind of was surprised. I thought they were at least going to give us a bit more episodes before this showdown kind of happened, but we kind of see that the girl Stars and Stripes, now that we know her name, is about to go to Tokyo to fight Shigaraki. And in this scene right here, particularly Shigaraki is in, you can see that he's still kind of confused on who he is, the kind of villain he wants to be. I kind of get from that, but overall he's still not sure of himself. Clearly he's in a battle inside, but at this point right here, he's about to go in a battle, so he can't really focus on that. But clearly you can tell just by this scene in itself that he was kind of torn. So now him and Stars going face to face, and now we're starting to get a look at Stars' quirk. And she does this like star thing where she sucks the air out of the atmosphere. And I'm thinking the fight's over at this point. I don't care how strong you are. If you can't breathe, you can't fight. But sure enough, he gets out of that. I don't even remember how he got out of it, but he gets out of that. And now they're highlighting her quirk. Her quirk is she can like change the physics of things. So anything that she names, she can control it in a way. They break it down a little bit more, but just from at this point, I'm thinking whatever she thinks of, whatever she says, whatever she touches particularly, she can change or manipulate it however she pleases, which I don't know how you beat that quirk. If I'm being honest with you, it seems like an OP quirk, but her and Shigaraki does go at it for a bit here, so Shigaraki does hold his own. So she does this like star thing where she's manipulating the air, as we said, and then the team comes in and does their little laser thing, and obviously that doesn't have an effect on Shigaraki. He can heal quite rapidly now, and he's even healing even faster than I remembered in season 6. So that was to no avail. And so then at that point we get Star and Stripes giving a little bit of her origin story about how she became the person who she is, and we can see that All Might saved her as a child, and from that moment on, All Might inspired her to be the woman that she is today, which is the #1 hero in America. So she, I would assume, was making All Might proud. So now after her and Shigaraki kind of go toe to toe a little bit, she punches him. And now she's pinning him down on the ground, and she says something to him. She said, "You don't remember, but that uppercut that I hit you with, I already have control over you." So this is letting me know that she can also manipulate not just the air, but also people. And she makes a statement that if you move, your heart's going to stop. And again, I'm thinking there's no way he's going to get out of this. And sure enough, he does. So the reason why he got out of this hold is because Shigaraki isn't just that person. As we remember, Shigaraki and All Might kind of all for one kind of came together now. So her making that statement that Shigaraki heart will stop isn't accurate because it's not just Shigaraki in there, which makes a lot of sense to me. I'm okay with that in terms of him getting out of that particular grip on her. But I guess for me, I do look forward to looking forward to where Shigaraki chooses in terms of which way does he want to go, because he seems very much torn on letting All for One take him over, which I mean I would be too, but we can definitely see that Shigaraki has a little bit more character depth than I expected him to have, just based on the fact that he's not going to let All for One just take him over. And then we get to Stars and Stripes doing another attack where she manipulates the air once again, and she creates this huge version of herself in the air. Now Shigaraki makes a statement that he can't actually see this. We can see it as the viewer, but Shigaraki actually can't see this. And she proceeds to do the biggest, strongest uppercut you've ever seen. She did the Ryu uppercut, to be blatant. She uppercutted the crap out of him. So that's something that hit him. I already knew that that wasn't going to work, obviously, but it was pretty cool to look at. And then we're getting closer to the end of the episode. Shigaraki's hair has noticeably gotten longer. They make a statement that, well, not really a statement. Stars and Stripe noticed that his hair got longer, which to me, I'm getting the feeling that he's probably getting more stronger. And it's kind of like a correlation to him figuring himself out too inside. It seems like they showed a scene where him and All For One were kind of going toe to toe inside internally. Like All For One was trying to take over his body, and Shigaraki was like physically pushing him away. So it seems like that battle is kind of tilting more to somebody's side. I'm just not sure who it is. But with that being said, that kind of made him even stronger than what he is. So now Stars and Strife does this like lightning thing to keep him held down. And the team is saying, well, that should be able to kill him. But clearly she says to them, if that would be able to kill him, then Endeavor would have been able to kill him. So she knows about the fight that happened beforehand. In detail, it seems like to me. So then she calls in this, I guess it was the captain, I believe it was. And she says that we need a favor. And the captain's like, after this is over for you, you're done. And he gives her these like missiles. I'm assuming these missiles are supposed to be like extremely strong. If I had to guess, they're not going to work. And that's how the episode basically ends, with the missiles en route to hitting their target. I think overall it was an okay episode to start off with. I look forward to seeing episode 2 of it. But that was pretty much it for how I got from the episode. If I missed anything, guys, just let me know. I definitely know I did. I was kind of all over the place with it as well. I'm going to try to get a little bit better with that. But if I missed anything, guys, I'll leave it down in the comment section below. And thank you guys for watching the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one.